In 3, 2, 1. What is up, everyone? I'm already saying hello because that is how we do it here on a Monday. We're on a little bit of a delay. We had to gather all our performers, but as always, welcome to our Monday night open mic, also known as the stay-at-home open mic. My name is Richie Marufo, and I will be your host tonight. I'm also the project director of the Barbed Wire Open Mic series, which is not just pertaining to this online mic, but uh, physical in-person readings in El Paso and in the surrounding area. In fact, we have a couple more this month worth checking out. So if you are going to be in El Paso or driving through or passing by around those times, hit us up because we do have a few venues throughout the city that you guys can catch us. Of course, we are here every Monday. This is part of our weekly show. And as always, we have a pretty great list of performers. But if this is your first time tuning in, let us know that you're here and say hello in the chat. And we're going to go ahead and, as always, because of the beautiful nature of the internet, one of the things that brings us together is that we're going to be able to travel all around the country just like that and introduce performers in a way we can't do it in our physical open mics. And that's really great. As always, I do say that this is a platform. So if this is your first time tuning in, I encourage you to check out all the performers. I encourage them to share their social media pages, any relevant links, any upcoming featured spots, or writing workshops. This is a writing community and community of writers and performers, not limited to just, of course, poetry, but songwriting, comedy, any kind of performative arts. We definitely welcome you. Each performer gets 5 to 7 minutes to do their thing. And if you want to perform, it's as easy as all you have to do is sign up. The sign-up sheet is available the night before, usually 24 hours before, kind of start at the very latest, right? And you can follow us on Barbed Wire Open Mic series if you want to be kept up to date with that kind of stuff. Of course, if you're on YouTube, if you subscribe to our page and click on the bell to be notified when we post new videos, you'll always be updated when we post the next live stream, and in the description, including this one right here. So there's still time to sign up if you want to perform tonight. Maybe a little liquid courage, maybe just maybe get more relaxed, see that these aren't too bad. If you still want to sign up, the link to sign up is always going to be in the description of these videos. So definitely be on the lookout for that stuff. But definitely also, we encourage you guys to participate in the live chat if you are watching live with us. If you're watching this after the fact, just leave some comments. Who did you love? Who did you connect with? Or, I think that's always one of the great things about art is finding those threads of connection. And oftentimes we also find out new things too. Like, did you learn anything? It's always great to be taught that way. So with that said, and also we got new peeps joining in the room, so we're letting them in. We are hosting on Zoom. If you ever want to hang out with us, definitely you're more than welcome to join us as well in the Zoom room. But for now, let's go ahead and get this thing started, guys. So we're going to kick things off as we do often in Denver, where we're going to bring in, and we just had a great pre-show discussion in the green room, a little bit about publishing and getting your work out there. It's always relevant stuff. And so based on the discussion, he just did a last minute change. I'm really excited to see where he wanted to go based on that change. So let's go ahead and welcome, kicking off tonight's show, Mike Sindler. What's up, Mike?
How you doing? Richie. Hey, everybody. Yes, indeed. I am going to change it up. As y'all know, I always give a shout out to lighthousewriters.org, which is a great place to learn things about how to do it. And this week is even more special because LitFest is still going on through the 18th, which has amazing stuff. There are classes going on. There are free events throughout the day, usually in the afternoon and then again in the evening. There are free events you can sign up for to visiting author readings and stuff like that. LitFest is pretty much, I don't do holidays. I just do LitFest. It's my candy. And seeing how it is LitFest, I thought I'd do several poems that are specifically Lighthouse related. And seeing how we were having this really nice discussion about submitting work, which everyone should think seriously. If you're doing poetry or you're whatever kind of writing you're doing, go ahead and try and get it out there in the world. It can't hurt, you know. I mean, yeah, you get a bunch of rejections, but every once in a while you get an acceptance, and that's what makes it worthwhile. And this first piece is an extended sonnet. It's a cycle of sonnets, and it's called "Skillfully Submit" for Laura Miller. And Laura actually used to be at Lighthouse, and she taught this class, Skillfully Submit, on how to submit. And so here we go. Making decision to send out work to publishers is to risk rejection. One must brave rebuke and dare to be hurt without surrendering to dejection. Edit with due diligence, never shirk, accept criticism, make corrections. When shaping revisions, remain alert to the slightest discord of inflection. Remove cliches and trite phrases that lurk, weigh each word, line, paragraph, and section. These decisions can drive us all berserk, but are worth the pain in retrospection. When it's crafted nearly to perfection, finally submit it for selection. Poised to lose the status of amateur, now to decide on which publication from those you studied and prefer is the most advantageous destination. Find wise mentors with whom you can confer, and after careful deliberation, prepared for the worst and so thus inured, roll your dice based on this calculation. Now, if by the whim of an editor, the home best to foster your creation considers you a true literateur, it will be just cause for celebration. Though odds strongly favor devastation, you must not give in to desperation. Your first addressee may well not concur. Rejection engenders aggravation. Jump back on the horse, no, give it a spur, let go the burden of indignation. Dismissals may very well reoccur, yet eventual incorporation needs but one like mind not to defer. Find a fit in their estimation. When from draft to their pages it's transferred, your success will be a confirmation of potential now more than just inferred, proved by results of determination. First steps towards a new occupation, cornerstone of fresh career's foundation. No, in these moments before we adjourn, you have more than enough information related to this topic of concern and downloaded tools for preparation. The means are within your hands to ensure this instruction squeezed in condensation will increase the odds of being procured when your work's sent out for contemplation. I've had my say, shared secrets you should learn. My time has run out, so in summation, utilize these proven tips, and in turn, you may realize your aspiration. Thus concludes this modest presentation. I hope I fulfilled my obligation. So that is a little one to encourage you to just do it, man, do it. The second one is a ringa, one of the first ringas I wrote that I did right after a workshop at Lighthouse with Starley Klein, who's excellent writer, best known for her work with This American Life. This is a ringa for Starley Klein. A new story told, mystery of voice and air, displacing sentence, rushing wings hum, syllables, thoughts regular as heartbeats, captured in a net, chameleon changes colors, hiding in plain sight, form merges into function, rides structured waves of meaning, let feather gently floats, gravity, relentless force directing its dance, atmosphere imprisoning the very essence of thought. And I'm going to keep going. I'm going to do one more. For years and years and years, we're very lucky. The Lighthouse was homed, or whatever, however you want to say, house, in a very beautiful Victorian mansion right off Colfax Avenue, which we're not in. And this is the first Lit Fest that is being held somewhere else, but this is a tribute to the old place. It's a Lighthouse Triolet. I've read this here before. In the warm stillness of this house, thoughts are transformed into stories. Repeat what memory allows in the warm stillness of this house. So many wheres and who's and how's, sweet defeats and bitter glories. In the warm stillness of this house, thoughts are transformed into stories. And I don't want to use up too much time, so I'm just going to go ahead and remember to put on the hat because I seem to forget. And I'm going to do something. I won't go so far to say contemporary, but by my standards, contemporary. This is a tune that I just love, that by Bright Eyes, called First Day of My Life. This is the first day of my life. Swear, I was born right in the doorway. I went out in the rain. Suddenly, everything changed. They're spreading blankets on the beach. Yours was the first face that I saw. I think I was blind before I met you. I don't know where I am. I don't know where I've been, but I know where I want to go. And so I thought I'd let you know that these things take forever. I especially am slow, but I realized that I need you. And I wondered if I could come home. Remember the time you drove all night just to meet me in the morning? And I thought it was strange. You said everything changed. You felt as if you just woke up. And you said, this is the first day of my life. I'm glad I didn't die before I met you. But now I don't care. I could go anywhere with you and I'd probably be happy. So if you want to be with me, with these things, there's no telling. We just have to wait and see. But I'd rather be working for a paycheck than waiting to win the lottery. Besides, maybe this time it's different. I mean, I really think you like me. Oh, geez, I'm sorry to say this, but I did not. I lost the end of this poem. Oh my God, folks. Give me 2 seconds. This is terrible. I'm a bad person.
You are not a bad person.
I'm getting it. And I'm doing this where it's actually being recorded. Okay. So if you want to be with me, with these things, there's no telling. We'll just, oh, actually, I did have the whole song. Sorry. I'll do the last chorus again. So if you want to be with me, with these things, there's no telling. We just have to wait and see. But I'd rather be working for a paycheck than waiting to win the lottery. Besides, maybe this time it's different. I mean, I really think you like me. Okay.
That was great. No, I would. You're first of all, you're not a bad person. That was a great song too.
I know. I was like, isn't there something else right after that? But no, that actually is. You know, that's Bright Eyes for you. He just lets it go right there. Yeah.
There you go, Connor.
Yeah,
Connor Oberst.
Connor Oberst is a great writer. Okay. Thank you all very much.
That worked out perfectly, and I see now why you changed
You
it to
can
that.
you
So
can cut this for the file. You can just cut it right after
there you
that.
go. Yeah, when YouTube puts it out, and then it gives me like an opportunity to edit, but then it takes like 5 hours, like a little edit, and then
I'm worth it.
so crazy. All right, we're live. We're doing this live. All right, cheers,
Okay.
everyone. It's Mike Sindler, everyone. Check out the Lighthouse Writers. As you can see, it means so much, not just to him, but to a whole community of writers. And again, if you are interested in your craft, always take the opportunity if you have some free time to check out some workshops and do these things. And thank you for changing that first poem. Again, so relevant. So salute. Also, yeah, it's been in the hundreds lately, but I still had to brew myself some nice cafecito, and it's hitting so right now. Anyway, welcome once again to the Stay at Home Open Mic. I know we did have a few people joining us in the Zoom room while Mike was performing, so great to have you guys here. And again, to those of you watching on YouTube, if you're watching, let us know you're there. Just say hi in the chat. I'll be there as well, sharing any links that come through here. But let's go ahead and continue. We're gonna go from Denver. We're gonna stick around on the East Coast for our next couple of performers, and we're gonna visit our main man in Maine. That's right. Although his location says Havana, ooh na na, and he's rocking the dope hat. Let's go ahead and welcome Generalissimo to the stage. What's going on, man? How you doing, Brian?
Doing okay. I'm doing okay. Had a really good couple of days. I just saw an email that said I was actually 7 out of 10 for that contest, which is okay with me. One of the other people that was on that list was Rescue Poetics, and those of you who know her know that she's like one of the best there is, period, not only in New Jersey. So I'm really happy. And if they let me read at the awards luncheon, then I will go drive down to New Jersey for it, which is kind of crazy to read one poem, but I would do that. Okay, and last night I actually placed second at the San Jose Poetry Slam. So before I read, I want to just recite 2 lines from other people's poems, and I can't remember her name or their name, what did this amazing poem about struggling with gender and sexual identity and how people ask questions and how in their own struggle with the labels. And there was this line that just really hit me, because I think it doesn't have to be just about that subject matter. It says, I collected labels like lapel pins. I thought, wow, and it was such an amazing, strong poem, and it did not score well, which is about the arbitrariness of scoring. It should have done much better than mine. And then the winner had this line about mass shootings and how politicians do nothing, which was saying, she just called everything, what she said, the new No Child Left Behind law, which, oh my God. I mean, that's a mic dropper. And I think her name is La Mariposa. Look her up on Instagram. I don't know if there's film, but I'm sure she probably has she probably has YouTube. And if she doesn't, just look her up. Unbelievable. She's from, I can't remember the name of the place now, but it's where the Loudmouth Poetry Slam is. And that's there were a lot of people from that. I'm just going to go on to what I want to read right now. The first is the piece that I entered into that contest, which is Your Smile Never Ceases to Exist as Part of Who You Are. I either wrote it in a Peggy Robles Alvarado workshop or a Paul Concasa workshop, but I can't remember which one. Remember way back when your smile was your calling card. When you smiled for more than happy, when you smiled when you were embarrassed, when you smiled through a lie, when you liked to smile, when you used your teeth for more than chewing. Remember when you were always on, then you wanted to dim the lights a little. Attention felt like unattainable high expectations. Then you reverted back to wallflower. You were on vacation when you were present and no one knew but you. Silence was a place of comfort. Then you crossed a threshold when people started ending sentences and conversations with you with question marks that would never have had question marks in writing. Then you stopped going barefoot around family due to the myriad broken eggshells they left on the ground because it became mandatory to walk on eggshells in your presence. You felt hobbled by the unwritten rule that everyone else is allowed to stand up for themselves, but you must sit in the corner like Dennis the Menace as punishment for breathing. But when you breathed, you existed. Sometimes the act of existence is a form of standing up for yourself, even if you are unaware. Unwritten rules are unwritten and thusly incapable of being set in stone. The only things that are truly set in stone is that every human is composed of blood, skin, and bones, and every single person decides how to use their teeth. And this is one that I wrote in Tumblewords this past Saturday. In 55 plus years, I have yet to learn to surf or play beach blanket bingo. Every day can be like going to the beach. Waking up is removing my flip-flops. Pulling the sheet and spread from my body is letting my toes feel the sand sift through. Getting out of bed is setting up the beach blanket. Each step I take walking away from the bed is setting something on a corner of the blanket so it doesn't blow away. Flipping the light switch is pulling a cold drink from the cooler and hearing the hiss when I open a bottle or can. To be honest, I don't go to the beach as much as I should. I prefer just taking meditative walks during the off season when there are less people. But when I do go to the beach, it's not to lay out like when I was young, but to read or people watch or write. Beaches are antidotes to stress, to anxiety, to a brain that likes to joyride on clover leaves on the Los Angeles freeway. Then there's the ocean. Dipping my toes in the water is washing my face. Waiting till I'm waist deep is brushing my teeth. The first dunk is stepping into a steamy shower. Depending on my state of mind, this takes only 5 or 6 or 7 minutes. When I bob up and down in salt water like a kid on a pogo stick, I am cleaning the previous day's residue away. Then I get to dry off and feel the antiseptic qualities of the Atlantic as my skin breathes in the salt air. I have been listening to NPR from the second I entered the bathroom. Now I get dressed and make breakfast. Every day does not progress so quickly or easily. Every day is not a day at the beach, but every day is a day I wake up breathing. I am only 55 and 11/12 years old. I still have time to learn to surf. Thank you.
Yay.
Beautiful. Yes. Awesome. Thank you, man.
Well, we should thank Lee Martinez Soto for doing such a wonderful job on Saturday.
You hear that, Lee? If you're
We
tuned
should
in
also
right now.
thank Donna as well.
Absolutely.
We should thank
Oh, yes.
Richie, and we should thank Kit, and we should hop a plane to England and thank Robin for giving us Kit. Thank you.
Appreciate that, man. Please share any links. I know you have your book out, and of course,
I'll
workshops.
pop that in the chat because
Yes.
next Monday is my next is another Cafe Journalissimo. I don't really have any things coming up, but I'm trying to get some going again. But it's nice to have a break from all that too.
Yes, which is a very friendly and mellow open mic, well worth coming to.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. We've even had a couple people hang out from then all the way to this one on a Monday before, so that's always really cool. All right, thank you, Generalissimo. I'm gonna copy and paste some of those links there into the YouTube chat. Speaking of YouTube, shout out to everyone who is watching, including Ron Mark Thompson, RMT in the house. He's not here in the Zoom room, but he's checking it out. So sending love your way for just tuning in and supporting. That means a lot, man. And as well as a bunch of our other regulars who tune in as well. All right, we're gonna keep going, guys. We're gonna stick around East Coast and head to the Bronx. And I've been meeting a bunch of awesome poets lately, and I've been like telling them about your workshop. So I hope that they have a chance to check it out because I hear really great things. But let's go ahead and welcome back. And she's dropped in like briefly these last couple Mondays. I've seen you, but it's great to have you sign up and share a little something. And excited to hear what you've been working on. Let's go and make some noise and welcome La Tormenta to the room. What's going on, Amanda?
Aw, such a lovely introduction. Okay, I always put gallery view when you do this because I hate looking at my face, even though it's a cute face. Um, okay, first, thank you for the space. It's nice. It's great to be here. I'm really glad that we had that brief conversation about publishing because as a poet who has yet to publish, especially that poem by Michael, it was like confirmation and a validation for the path that I'm on, and that even if I haven't published before, it's divine timing and I'll publish when I need to. And even though there is an urgency to put my work in the world, it will happen when the world is ready for it, when I am ready for it, like when that all aligns. That is my belief. So thank you, Michael. Thank you, everybody. For those who don't know me, my name is Amanda. I'm a poet from the Bronx. I am honored to teach a poetry workshop on the first of every month. I will post that in the chat. A lot of people from this community and other communities that I'm a part of
Go to it. Go to
have showed up and showed out for me, including Brian, who you just heard. Brian is like the best cheerleader for my workshop. And I only plug that in because it has turned into such a sacred space to see the poems that have been birthed in that workshop. Poems have already been published in that workshop. So that gives me so much joy to do what I do. Without further ado, let me get to my little piece. Again, I'll drop all my info in the chat. Thank you for having me again. I'll take my glasses off so I can, and actually this light in front of me is so bright. So I was gonna read without it, but we're gonna stick to it. Okay, let me shut up and read my poem. Go to the workshop. Yes, listen to everybody in the chat. All right, here we go. Problematic or this little light of mine. The space we share opens new territory, tells my body it's okay to breathe deeply, okay to dream of peace being available to me. We deserve to water a good thing, preserve it like delicate fruit jelly, kissing my belly with reassurance. We done committed many sins, but stayed long enough to smell spring lurking on the corner. Envious of your future daughter, but I know she'll be made with love. Probably more love than I'll taste in a single lifetime. Still, I know you taste divine. Without pressing lips to spine, to temple, without dancing with the devil that is your wife. I mean, I am sorry for not being sorry. My body knows the scent of an occupied soul. Watch it unfold into the trust of my lap. Watch the car seat nesting my nervous system glide back into ecstasy. Rest with me. Find destiny at this after party. I'm sorry for all the times I'm not sorry. Even though you don't need me to be. Knows a fake apology takes us nowhere, makes this unfair. I've memorized the glare of your eyes. Made it fine to not be fine. Stopped time for a few hours. I'll plant flowers with the faith of our conversations. This good fun may not give us a sun, but I'll still wink at the sun every time I think of you. Think of you when I tie my shoes, because your hands ground me when I'm diving headfirst into the ground. Memorized the sound of your laugh, refused to make this an experience of the past, refused to deprive my body of innocent necessities, felt you undress me, not with hands, but with poetry, made the space we shared a summertime garden. clear of summertime sadness. This is what happens when you let two gifted gods smoke really strong weed. Watered our sunflower seeds like it was a summertime job. This garden we got lost in housed all of our friends. We've learned to master making amends with unfinished business. This was supposed to be a gift, one that doesn't apologize for running short on time, memorized the joke of your eyes without knowing your name, terrified to turn page, laced with rage and a slither of lusty tension, the confession. This still be a gift, even if you don't feel it, even if no one's around to hear it. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. Amanda, La Tormenta. Yo, and of course, please get those links in there. Do you got anything else you'd like to promote really quick?
No, I think my workshop, okay, so I am working on a book. I don't have a release date, I don't have anything. I just keep speaking it into existence. And setting that intention. I am submitting to the New York anthology, which is again the first time I'm ever submitting ever. So that'll be really exciting. Hopefully something gets submitted. We get to submit up to 5 poems. So anyone that's hearing this that has performed at the New York online open mic, please submit. You have until I believe the middle of July. So submit, because I'll be submitting, and hopefully something I write will get chosen so that one of my pieces can officially be on paper. But thank you for the space.
All right, absolutely. And of course, just props, amazing piece. I really love your performance of it, your reading of it, and also brings so much to it as well, so much life and energy, right? You can really feel, right, the emotional depth in those words. So hell yeah. And I love that this is here. So definitely I'm gonna keep promoting your workshop, and as always, if I am free that day and time, I will go, no doubt. In fact, maybe I should just like block it off now so I don't get busy, what I'm saying. Anyway, man, awesome stuff. Yes, so if you can get those links in the chat, I'll forward them on YouTube. Man, that was such an awesome piece. I forgot what I was gonna say. I hate when that happens. Like my mind just like went blank and just was like in the moment, and it like cleared everything out. And I'm like, oh man, it's okay. It was just filled with dumb jokes anyway. Like, so it's just they'll come back. They'll come back. That's natural. They'll grow back. All right, yo. Well, we got a pretty good list, so we're gonna be going around. Like I said, the list is growing. So if you're watching on YouTube right now and want to sign up, there's a chance we can still get you on. It's not completely packed, not completely full, but as always, thank you, La Tormenta, Bronx. Yo, and also shout out to Neo Rican Poets Cafe. Obviously there's a lot of communities involved in this, and you will give shout outs all night. But one of the craziest things about doing these moving online and creating these spaces is that when I first started performing spoken word poetry at open mics around 2008, I eventually found out about Neo Rican, and obviously I always saw it as a mecca of a place to aspire to. And I still haven't had the chance. I mean, I've been to New York a few times, but it's never been in the cards for me to make it to the cafe, especially when it's open. But in the most beautiful of ways, it's been great to meet so many of you who are part of that space. And I do look forward to the day of getting to visit in person, which will be hopefully pretty soon. Anyway, but shout out to Neo, and of course, like we mentioned, all our spaces, Ward is Right family, Fincabulary family, Poetry Global Network, all these awesome peeps. So did you want to add something, Brian, to that? Oh, I just saw that the hand up was on there. Or you just
I'm okay.
Okay, cool.
Well, I have a question. Nice to meet you, Richie.
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
I did sign up earlier, but then there was another Zoom mic tonight, and I signed up like a little while, like at 8 o'clock or something, but I wasn't here for the first hour. I'm a stand-up comic. Is there a chance I can still perform tonight, or should I do it different?
Yeah, we have you on the list. You're Johnny Mac, right?
Yeah, we have a list actually. We were posting in the chat, so we'll get that on there for you. And you are on the
Don't
list.
worry.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go look for that list at the top.
Yeah, we're comic heavy.
I'll repost
today.
it real quick.
Yeah. Also, we're live on YouTube, so we'll get you on. But yeah, we'll post that for you. Thank you. Welcome. By the way, yes. So if you are signed up, we're gonna post that list there. We have a list filled with performers. But if you are watching and you do want to sign up, there's still some time. And also, again, I just want to give a shout out to everyone who is supporting. I see that Christine made it here. CPD, as always, Jenny, shout out for just being here and tuning in. We got Terry as well. I don't know if you meant to sign up. You're totally more than welcome to. But let's go ahead and keep the open mic going because we do have people on. We want to get them on. Yeah, Kit just posted a list in the Zoom chat. But let's go ahead and keep going. In fact, we're going to go from the East Coast to the Pacific Northwest, and we're going to go to Seattle and visit Joski C, who always comes through with some awesome songs. I mean, they're always so amazing. I always encourage them to play more. But Joski, you play whatever you feel like. No peer pressure, But he has a new song that he wants to share with us. And I don't know. I always have to feel like to be ready for a Joski song. It always hits so hard and beautifully on it just hits the right strings. All right, yo, Joski, how you doing today? Are you still with us, man?
Richie, I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Welcome.
Thank you. So I'm gonna. So this song's just a few days old. I did play it on Saturday at the Nuyo. You were mentioning them. Gonna start with introduce it with and this is hard stuff, but I feel like I need to do it, so I'm doing it. I'm gonna introduce it with a short poem that I actually read here a couple weeks ago. Country of coffins, country of urns, country of ashes, see how we burn. Country of ignorance, when will we learn? Assault weapons murder our children. 21 lives, 19 children, days from summer fun. Life, blood, pulsing like rivers. There's 19 cops in the hall. Rivers cascade, rushing like rapids. Twisted limbs upon the floor. Spilled blood cannot sustain us. There's 19 cops in the hall. Bullets make holes, then they explode, then they pulverize. Remnants of clothes, hard on a sneaker, all we recognize. Nobody tried to shoot through the window. No one dared to risk it all. Rivers of blood, slow to a trickle. There's 19 cops in the hall. Senators say, good guys with guns come to save us all. Life, blood, pulsing like rivers. There's 19 cops in the hall. 19 cops in the hall.
Awesome. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Brother.
I'll be right back, Richie.
Joski, that was awesome.
Thank
Yeah,
you, man.
thank you.
Is there time for another song, or should?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. So here's something I wrote for teachers. I think it's a really hard time. No doubt I'm not a teacher, but I just cannot imagine in this current climate with all the crazies out there trying to shut down truth and education. So this is called Uncomfortable. Can't teach history, makes them uncomfortable. Can't teach science, makes them uncomfortable. Can't teach geography, from sea to shining sea. Led by the lost, counting the cost, makes them uncomfortable. Can't teach climate, makes them uncomfortable. Can't teach about heat, makes them uncomfortable. Can't teach about the cold, frozen hearts of old. People were bought, people were sold, makes them uncomfortable. Switch off the lights, turn off the car, in the dark between the stars. Can't teach about slavery, that makes them really uncomfortable. They didn't do it, that was somebody else. Privilege of skin, doors that let them in. Jim Crow was their kin, feel it deep within, makes them uncomfortable. Switch off the lights, turn off the car, in the dark between the stars. Can't teach knowledge, makes them uncomfortable. Listen to them spew their ignorance. Hope that you can see what's in our history. Makes them uncomfortable. Uncomfortable, makes them uncomfortable.
Wow. And Joski, as always, your songs just hit on absolute truth and in the moment, you know. So as always, we appreciate them. And for those who are just tuning in, like, I mean, if people want to hear your music anymore, how can they do that, man?
So I'm working on some stuff, but right now I have a sparse Instagram. I just don't do much with it, but I can be contacted through there, and it's Joski C. And the intention is to get some stuff out there. I'm recording some stuff, but hopefully soon. And thank you for asking, though.
Yes, of course, of course. Great to have you, man. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank
Rockin'
you, Richie.
Seattle. All right, Joski, man, it's always such a treat when you get to make it in as well because it's few and far between, but that makes it super special too. Alrighty then. So check it out. We're making some adjustments to the list because some people aren't here, some are. So check it out. The next three performers are going to be Julian Matthews, Nick Paleologos, and Johnny Mack. All right. So just as a heads up, boom, 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 in that order. So let's go ahead and go from Seattle to, of course, we're going to go and visit Malaysia really quick and see how Julian Matthews is doing, who always has some really awesome stuff to share. All right. So, Julian, how are you doing tonight or today?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you, Joski. That was great. So, 2 poems for you today. First one is called 404 or 404. I use obscure search engines to excavate your presence online. I know you are there, alive, somewhere. The missing link hidden from sight. I just have to look harder. Like an archaeologist on the final dig, gently dusting gravel off the crevices of pages, sticking fingers in the nook between the web and the dark web, probing for the amber fossil of your existence. An earthly exercise to fill the post hole in this heart. It could be an unfinished thought you boldly claim. Maybe someone had captured it. Maybe you are walking by in a photo. Maybe you are in the blurred background of a video, a shadow among the pixels. Maybe you left a comment no one knew about anonymously, buried in a long forgotten thread, and everyone ignored you, ignored what you said. Maybe I'd recognize your tone, your turn of phrase, your dry wit, your last refrain, your disdain of the insanity of it all. Life. Till I come upon a 404 that says you are no more. No results found. Gone. End poem. Thank you. The second one is called You Are Not a Meme. There is a meme going around that says you are not the main character in someone else's story. You are the main character in your own story. I disagree. I think you're not a character, nor a story. This is not fiction, nor Netflix, nor TikTok, nor copycat poppycock. Although I'm starting to believe you might be poetry. I get that few people get you. They are not equal to your complex equation. You are not the sum of your parts, nor are you whole. You are the genie in genius, the us in Jesus. You are a peripatetic prophet of parabolic parables. You have more cross lines in you than your pierced palms, and your best ones have yet to learn handstands or test the net in trapeze flips. You are line breaks after the stanza bonanza, allowing space to breathe in and breathe out before the breathless triple spin. You are a meditation in escapism, the hypnotic slow-mo tracking the pause before the applause, the joy maker in a joyless world. But you are also tears, crystallizing on your own screen. You click share and melt into other screens. And the world cries back with you in teary, double-eyed emojis. Yet you are not a meme, nor a loop of screechy lip syncs of oh no, 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 no. A repetitive broken record of scratched dreams, fake filters, and cringy, cute challenges. Yet you are the skip and the ripple, the pebble in a twirl, a dervish dancer soaking up tiny pains in ever widening concentric circles till all this heartache fades and just disappears. You are a wave in the time-space continuum, beckoning us from afar like an old friend greeting every ending with new beginnings coming, even as you are going. Oh, poetry, you're not anyone's toy piano, long forgotten or gone to parts unknown. You are the newly discovered lost concerto, here to awaken souls like phantom limbs in perfect legatos and lucid crescendos. You are the spirited turntable in the corner that comes to life all of its own. A needle falls. Do you hear the music? It's our song. Let's dance. End poem. Thank you.
All right, man. Awesome, Julian. I love that background. That the moon always got a shout out, but I like that little smoke effect. Do you have anything coming up you'd like to promote or share before we move on?
Yeah, so on Sunday, I have Inspired Poetry Recital Corner run by Roll James. It's at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. I'll be the feature. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Awesome. And if you have any links, please feel free to leave them in the chat. Awesome stuff as always, Julian. And yeah, I really love that piece. Definitely heard it before, so it's great to hear it again. All right. Yes. And also, yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, check it out. We're live right now, or this is this week's show, but we've done 200 plus of these. You can go back and we have a whole archive of episodes on our YouTube channel. You can go and find a lot of these performers, and they've done some really cool stuff in the past as well, including our next performer, who is not only performed in the past but has hosted some of these nights. And it's a real treat because, again, that's something normally we can't do because we're in El Paso and he's in New Jersey. And of course, it's always great to have him on the show. He's got a little something he wants to share. Let's go ahead and welcome Nick Paleologos back on the mic. What's going on, Nick?
Hi.
Yo.
How's it going, homie? Long time no perform, right? As they say, right?
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll be back here to host at some point. At some point, we'll figure that out. I figured I'd drop a little blurb. I'm gonna do two pieces tonight. This first one I edited literally as I was in the room, and I'm like, I want to share this edited piece. And then the second one is a brand new one, my newest one. First one, Ravenous Rambunctious Reformation, or How I Became a Phoenix. Dark feathers cascade from cinder and cinnamon upon the land, mistaken for a crow. The caw crawled up a thick neck, strike of swift maturation. The raven merged with me, flight patterns quick, agile in V formation. Black is amongst my favorite colors. A raven is symbolized as an ill omen. Perception of me is lost, sick, or just doing this poetry thing. Judges stood atop the pedestals. Gavels of molted feather slammed against a sound block of broken eggshells, sentenced me to severed life. What they do not realize is this raven is wise, a fortune teller of fortune and of future, who was singed by trauma, left out in the open to die. The corpse was thrown into a vat of flames, skin melted, muscles eroded, bones intact. The chant of curses, of demise with spoken verses. What they failed to realize, this raven became a phoenix. I took flight. Feathers burned it all down, scorched the very tongues that cursed my existence. The wounds healed when I flew away. I was the raven, evolved to the phoenix. I became a living embodiment of the spirit animal. I was reborn. All right. That said, This one's gonna be a sad one, y'all. I've been in my sadness. You'll know why. No title of this one. There is no music of yours in the venues anymore. The last sea shanty sung, the last guitar string broke, the last drumstick broke. The alchemy of chemistry is no longer there. The projection of the ghost is gone. I had tears in my eyes. The drums burned like marijuana. A slow burn of disconnection. The wires eroded away, rusted soundboards of 5 directions of sound waves that I could not follow. The sounds of no music. I am still sad and angry that 6 years of my life is gone by the wayside. Lost to Davy Jones' locker, sunken is the treasure of what we have, worth more than any doubloons. The weight couldn't be picked up with hot air balloons. No, I'm not asking to bring back the days of good. That left a long time ago. From what I've seen, I saw a starry night portrait on the stage. Surrealism is what was going on behind the curtains. I knew. And I knew for a while. We went through a pandemic, and the effects echoed throughout the scene. The effect was only the crack of the iceberg. I was once the glue that held together everything. The pressure grew insurmountable, and an immeasurable crackle of hardened gunk that eroded away by raindrops of death. Friendship didn't die, though. It morphed. I know what we grow apart. People do so every day. I yearn for the days where we were all around. Transformation of selves and lives made that impossible. I'm still strung out on the music you published. And I'm on the very last thread of the cleft note. I know the music stopped. I just didn't want the times to end.
Yo, that piece, man. Damn. Give it up, everyone. Nick Paleologos. Oh man, freaking beautiful. Deep breath. All right, yo. Got anything coming up you want to promote right now?
Actually, yes, there is something I do want to promote. I am back at the Word is Right this Wednesday. Right to the mic. I have a workshop starts at 8 o'clock. And we have a little workshop at the beginning, like it goes about an hour and some change and everything like that. This one's going to be centered around pride, so it's going to be a very interesting thing and everything. I know it's June, so I was like, I have to do one on pride and everything like that, but it's for everyone. And then we have a live open mic right afterwards and everything too as well. I will drop all my info into the chat of how you can get my book and everything, Ad versus Reaction. And yeah, thank you all for your support, and thank you for having me here.
Yeah, awesome, man. Of course, as always, you can find him on Instagram, the real Nick P. You can also type in his name, Facebook. Appreciate you, man. Nick, yes, awesome, man. Whew. Man, some of these pieces, it's like sometimes you go to a like an art gallery or museum, and sometimes you gotta like spend some time with the piece, and I end up having to do that with a lot of your pieces. Like I listen to it, and then it takes a while for it to settle in and it hit, but also sometimes it takes going back to the replay on YouTube and listening to it a couple times again as well, in order for me to really get hold. And I just think of Walter Benjamin and what he talks about with the spirit, pieces. Anyway, yo, let's keep going. We got a pretty good list because I see UCP here, Kit, Ed, a couple other peeps. We got some comedy tonight. It's been a while since we've had comedy at the show. In fact, we have a newcomer to this show, and he's joining us from Duluth, Minnesota. Some of you guys may have seen him a little bit if you've been watching the whole show. Let's go ahead and welcome. And if you also, it's about like a 5 to 6 minute set.
Okay.
I don't know if we went over that, but we got Johnny Mac in the house. What's up, Johnny?
Doing well. So if I hold on one second. Is there a way I could like record my own set, or is there a way I can like 2 people record, or is it only can be one more person recording?
Yeah. Hold on a second.
I'd just like to have my own personal one, if that's okay. Okay, cool. Well, before I begin my set, otherwise it feels like an awkward first date. Can I have everyone turn on your microphones and turn on your screens? Because I like comedic participation. So yeah. Because when I see like someone smile on a screen but they're muted, it's like seeing like an awkward smile on a first date. So Ed, you're muted. So that's what I was saying.
Hey,
There we go.
the wizard in the house. Woo!
Wizard. Still a lot of people unmuted and screens on. Can you guys? For the rest of you guys, can you
people gonna do what they're gonna do.
Some people,
yeah, I mean, some people just aren't gonna want to do it.
Also, some people might not be at their computer. They might be doing other
Okay,
things.
well, for those of you who did, I really appreciate that. I'll start my set right. You said 5 to 6 minutes. I hopefully that didn't count as time. Sorry. Anyway, I'll put on the timer right now. Cool. All right. So this set I call is Gandalf is fired from the Ring of Fire Pizzeria. Yeah. Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story. So here I was flying with my eagle, going to work at the Isengard Pizzeria. And then my boss, Saruman, pulls me to his office with his worm tongue and says to me, Gandalf the Grey, Gandalf the fool of a took. And then his stupid worm tongue says to me, late as always, whom do you serve? Say it. Say Gandalf hot fresh pizza. And then I was just like, oh, Gandalf hot fresh pizza. I mean, Stan hot fresh pizza. Sorry, I just needed an age-old ego boost. Be silent. Keep your fork thumb behind your teeth. I did not pass through fire and death to bandy crooked worms from witless worm. Wizard is never late, nor is he early. He delivers fresh pizza precisely when he means to. And you are fired because you keep delivering your pizzas late to Mount Doom. Well, every day my eagles are late when they try to pick me up to go to work. Well, Gandalf, as the Philadelphia Eagles chat would go, fly, eagles, fly on the road to victory. Fly, eagles, fly on the road to you suck. Hooray, I did not bomb tonight. Hooray, magic. All right, this is Gandalf's Zingers. Why was Gandalf allowed his staff into Theoden's hole? Because
I don't know why.
Because it was staff only.
Oh, I
God.
Oh man.
Oh.
Gandalf, Harry Potter, have you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? Oh, wait, wrong movie. The reason why I was fired at Hogwarts is I kept telling Harry Potter, thou shalt not pass. What did Gandalf say to Elrond as he watched him making a basket? I see our Hugo weeping again.
Oh, because that's the guy.
That was meta. Yeah.
There's a conversation I once had with Obi-Wan Kenobi. You shall not pass. I shall pass. This is not the Balrog you are looking for. You shall pass. This is not the Balrog I am looking for. Stupid one is she. Magic he does not have. Star Wars beverages. All right. Gandalf, I am glad you are back. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Glad. My name is Mac. Back, my dear boy. All right. All right. So this next one is Gollum. So this is Gollum hates nasty old running. Wait a minute. Life advice. One does not simply walk into Mordor. It has 3 bus routes on Google Maps. Oh, oh gotcha. Nice. Oh, this is Gollum hates nasty old running. Let's go for a run. No, we hate running. That's not true. You love to run. No, we ran yesterday. Running makes you happy. It's raining today. No running. Go for a run right now. Listen, no, that's final. My precious.
Oh man.
All right, this is last one. This is the Lord of the Rings from the Rings perspective. Hand, river, dirt, golem, hobbits, pockets, finger, envelope, fire, hand, neck, finger, hobbits, neck, pocket, finger, my precious lava.
Oh, that was great.
That was
All right,
fantastic.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
All
right.
I mean, right now there, Richie.
That's why he tears a Mordor.
Richie, you want to?
Oh, yo, yeah, no, man, that was awesome. Do you have
that was
on
great.
social media we can follow you at and all that?
Just my Facebook name, John James Hansmeyer. So I'll post that in the. I don't really do much for social media, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you have this, so you can link it for sure. Awesome set, man. And have you done these online mics before?
Yeah, I do. I do Zoom. I've been doing a Zoom open mics all the time. So for comedy, it was so nice because, yeah, I feels good to finally have it. Feels good after bombing a lot to finally have one that finally hits. So finally.
That's the nature of it, man. You got to be tough.
Poetry crowds are 10 times better audiences than comedy ones. Like, well, you're good, but you're no Jerry Seinfeld. I'm like, oh my God, stop.
I got stories, man.
Yeah, we got the right material, man. Well, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it,
Please
dude.
come back.
Yes.
One of us.
There you go.
One of
Speaking
us.
of movie references,
One of us. One of us. One of us.
One of us.
I like to hear your feedback. So, from the audience, what did you like and what do you think needs work? So,
I love it. I think everyone loves your material.
yeah, thanks.
Yeah, if you'd stick around after the mic for the after party, we can give you more detailed notes, but we gotta keep moving.
Yeah, we'll type it out in the chat. But yeah, appreciate you, John. That was awesome. The characters and everything, great voice acting, hilarious stuff. Definitely, I would say that you hit on the right, like, this is the right crowd, for a lot of the references. So I loved it, and a bunch of us did. So hell yeah. And also that chant right there, one of us. I mean, I'm sure you got that reference, but that just means we love you, man. Love to have you. You're welcome back anytime. All right.
Yeah. Well,
Cool.
Good night. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Awesome. And
How often do you do this?
this one's every Monday. So
Every Monday. Okay.
if you want to try stuff out, you can follow us actually at online Barbed Open Mic. It's where we post all the sign up stuff. But yeah, let's go ahead. As Kit mentioned, if you want, you can also use the chat. We can type stuff there, but we also do have like an after party once the open mic is over where we just kind of hang out. And that's a really great opportunity to get feedback. But for now, let's go ahead and keep the night going because we do have a lot of people still signed up. Want to make sure that they get on as well. And in fact, we're going to go from Minnesota to Cleveland, and we're going to visit Urban Cowboy Poet, who we referred so readily as UCP. Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and get Urban Cowboy Poet. What's going on, Greg? How you doing today?
Hi there. I'm doing well. You guys can keep keep your mics unmuted too, because you might get some yucks out of this. I just what?
So yeah.
Okay,
like
for the
white guy.
Okay, the hecklers, turn your mics off. And it's not my laughs anyway. I was going to do something with my book. I finished it. I sent it in to Red and Green Books to Marissa. Yes, just a few minutes ago.
My friend.
Yes. But another few minutes ago, I got a message from Michael Sindler, who told me that Baxter Black, the king of the cowboy poets, the most famous cowboy poet, died on Friday. He was only 77. I was hoping to meet him, actually. I got his book, wonderful book. And cowboy poetry is supposed to be all about cowboy poets, all about cowboys and ranching. But he sometimes does something else. I saw him on Johnny Carson many years ago. And he was on there a lot. He explained to Johnny that he read a study that said plants feel pain. And if you're old enough to know Johnny Carson, Johnny would have said, I did not know that. So he wrote Vegetarian's Nightmare, or Ode to Plants' Rights by Baxter Black. And I'll put on the cover hat too. Ladies and diners, I make you a shameful, degrading confession, a deed of disgrace in the name of good taste. Though I did it, I meant no aggression. I had planted a garden last April and lovingly sang it a ballad. But later in June, beneath a full moon, forgive me, I wanted a salad. So I slipped out and fondled a carrot, caressing its feathery top. With the force of a brute, I pulled out the root. It whimpered and came with a pop. Then laying my hand on a radish, I jerked and left a small crater. Then with the blade of my true value spade, I exhumed a slumbering tater. Celery I plucked, I twisted a squash. Tomatoes were wincing with fear. I choked the romaine and screamed out in pain. Their anguish was filling my ears. I finally came to the lettuce as it cringed at the top of the row. With one wicked slice, I dealt a death blight. Death slice. As it writhed, I dealt a death blow. I beheaded it twice. As it writhed, I dealt a death blow. I butchered the onions and parsley. My hole was all covered with gore. I chopped and I whacked without looking back. Then I stealthily slipped in the door. My bounty lay naked and dying, so I drowned them to stuff out their life. I sliced and I peeled as they thrashed and they reeled on the cutting board under my knife. I violated tomatoes so their innards could never survive. I grated and ground till they made not a sound. Then I boiled the tater alive. Then I took the small broken pieces I had tortured and killed with my hands and tossed them together, heedless of whether they suffered me their demands. I ate them. Forgive me, I'm sorry. But hear me, though I'm a beginner. These plants feel pain, though it's hard to explain for someone who eats them for dinner. I intend to begin a crusade for plants' rights. But hear me, though I intend to begin a crusade for plants' rights, including chickpeas. The ACLU will be helping me too. In the meantime, please pass the blue cheese. Mr. Baxter Black, rest in peace. I wish I had met him. Thank you.
Awesome. Yes.
Nice tribute.
Loved
right
it.
there. I like
Thank
that
you.
tribute. That was a good tribute right there. Urban Cowboy Poet.
I didn't hear that.
I was saying that was a really good tribute.
Yes, I agree. I agree. Great tribute to a great entertainer.
That was great.
Yeah, he was great. He had been a horse veterinarian, but he went into just performing. He wrote prose and poetry, humorist, and cowboy poet, and I really liked all the stuff.
Yeah, excellent. Did you have?
And thank you,
anything-
Michael, for
Yeah.
telling me. I didn't know. I did not know.
Ah, wow.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I kind of hate being the one to have to break it to you, but somebody had to, and yeah.
Yeah,
thought you
yeah.
should
Well,
know.
in time for me to read something
There
of
you go.
his.
All right. So do you have anything else coming up you'd like to promote? Or I mean, maybe someone's watching for the first time. How can they find you online?
You can find me online on YouTube or Facebook, Urban Cowboy Poetry. And you can buy my book soon. I'm not quite ready to take pre-orders, but I will be soon. And it's
Awesome.
coming.
Yes, that is great news. Excellent. Thank you. UCP always coming through. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, and we're waiting for that. Cool. All right. Also, yes, more content from UCP soon. All right, soon. All right. Let's go ahead and continue with Cleveland, and we're gonna get back to our home base of El Paso, Texas. He's been here since day one of doing these 200 plus episodes. He has also come on and been able to host quite a few episodes, and I'm ever thankful for that. Of course, you can also catch him in person in Meat Space, as he likes to say, for the open mics, and as always, a great defender and bouncer of the open mics in many ways, but he always comes through. You guys know him as Mr. Monday Night. Let's go ahead and welcome to the stage Kit Wren. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Richie. You're a constant inspiration. And yeah, I am the unofficial, well, I guess it's official at this point, bouncer here. I don't know, man. Some people don't like, I don't know why. I want to thank John for showing up for the first time. And I think poets have the opposite reaction of other comics. I'm basing that on some of my experiences where I've chased people off stage. And this is dedicated to all those people. The poet begins since poems were made by invoking the muses. Well, that's fine. That's nice. But the muses are busy. They have full voicemails and calendars, and sometimes even when they deign to speak with you directly, they are intimidating and unclear. Thunder is both music and an instruction, but is usually taken as just a noise. Even the friendly minor gods are still gods, inscrutable and doing things mostly for their own satisfaction. We must turn our eyes to the ground. We must turn to our inverse muse. On stage, there is someone trying their best to give the weather report in their head, but always later wrong, just like the real weatherman, always missing the rain cloud and leaving everyone drenched. You saw the rain cloud. You're baffled by this person on stage who was 10% of the way there before changing their mind. You have found your inverse muse. You will see in them an accountant's thorough ledger of the things you never want to do or represent. You will learn what you value by its apparent lack. When you reach instinctively to correct your inverse muse's posture, you will feel your own backbone strengthen and oddly grow. In this spirit of negation, I must name two things that the inverse muse is not. The inverse muse is not a pupil for you to instruct. This is not My Fair Lady, for God's sake. Don't tell them. They're probably perfectly happy being who they are. You must learn from them without changing them. Nor is the inverse muse a nemesis, a stalking horse that the more spiteful among us need to push against. You must never lower yourself by hating your inverse muse or rejoicing in what you see as their struggle. After all, I believe that gallant loved Goof is like a brother and would have challenged all of us, pistols at dawn, if he knew why we were all laughing. That's my computer's fan. Don't worry about it. Thank you. Anyway, the I of the poem is not I, but he often resembles me. The I of the poem speaks in my diction and preoccupies himself with my concerns. I do not know if this makes him my employee or my son, or maybe a plant sprouted from a trimming. When they complain about their circumstances, I do not know if they do so with the helpless wail of a skinned knee or the veiled threat of unionization. When they fail in front of a live audience, sometimes I am vengeful and protective like a mother bear. Other times I am disappointed and grim and inform them that they have been reassigned. In a couple cases, let go altogether. A lovelorn eye has requested a meeting. He has a list of demands. He is much more handsome than me, which makes his lovelornness inexplicable and cruel and artistically interesting. His first demand is just the word unfair in all capital letters. He is tired of being the Greek on the urn Keats saw, chasing and not catching, drinking, but never drunk. He notes that I have no other poems in this emotional register. This is also unfair. This is too much pressure. And anyway, he thought I hated Keats. I love Keats. I don't know where he got that from. Wordsworth is the one I hate. He wants a better ending. Poems never end, I say. He shrieks in frustration, not another damn koan. I just want some fucking say in the things that I'm supposed to have done. It sounds reasonable. Plenty of actual people have the same complaint. This is supposed to be about them in the end, right? Not us. A poem isn't a way around or out of life. I lecture the lovelorn one. I put a fatherly hand on his shoulder. He doesn't like it, but he's too weak to shake it off. It has to be weathered, just like everything else. I shove him towards the door. He leaves as miserable as he's ever looked. And I created him to be miserable. The eyes of my poems are talking amongst themselves. They are restless and stubborn. They are not staying within their lines and themes. They are comparing salaries. I do not know if they are my employees or my children, but they're definitely not plants. And both fathers and bosses know that the revolution always comes. And this one is very unrefined because it's still in like the real notebook instead of on a tablet. This one I wrote in the Tumblewords that Richie hosted about a month ago. He gave us a title and we all riffed on it. This is tentatively The Revenge of the Pinatas. You know, it doesn't have to be your birthday to buy a pinata. You can just buy one whenever you want. Where are they checking IDs now? A trend was born from this idle bar conversation. And so a symbol of childhood joy transmutated into one of adult rage. Maybe this is why they rose up. Maybe that is what they objected to. Buzz Lightyear was out. The mayor or certain county judges were in. An artist with a loose moral code and unparalleled achievement in paper mache specialized in ex-wives. We know from the movies that scientists should not play God. We forgot to make it clear to the artists that they should not play the devil. And gonna close, as we do, with the cover poem. I have chosen tonight to read What Kind of Times Are These by Adrienne Rich. There's a place between two strands. Let me start over. There's a place between two stands of trees where the grass grows uphill and the old revolutionary road breaks off into shadows near a meeting house abandoned by the persecuted who disappeared into those shadows. I've walked there picking mushrooms at the edge of dread, but don't be fooled. This isn't a Russian poem. This is not somewhere else, but here, our country, moving closer to its own truth and dread, its own ways of making people disappear. I won't tell you where the place is. The dark mesh of the woods meeting the unmarked strip of light, ghost-ridden crossroads, leaf mold paradise. I know already who wants to buy it, sell it, make it disappear. And I won't tell you where it is. So why do I tell you anything? Because you still listen. Because in times like these, to have you listen at all, it's necessary to talk about trees.
Right, man. Right on. I dig it. Appreciate reading the Pinata one, and love Adrian Rich. Yo, so what do you have going on? Or of course, how can people follow you online who are checking you out first time?
Let's see. We got our little sign here, IG at Kit Ran Away, Twitter at Kit Talk Sports. I missed game 5 for this because I love this life. Kofi.com/Kit Ren. You can find me on Facebook. Easy enough. You can send me an email. You can drop something on PayPal if you want to keep me drinking beer what tastes like pickles. Tumblewords this week, the host is Diosa X. I am not familiar with this person, but she comes heavily recommended, and I'm looking forward to that on Saturday. And I think that's all I have for you tonight, Richie. Thanks so much.
All right. I appreciate that. Yes. Thank you so much, Kit. And as always, so much help behind the scenes as well with muting and co-hosting and just helping out with the list and other things like that, including the timestamps. So you go back to the YouTube channel by the end of the week, usually adds timestamps so you can go back and revisit people's sets. Yeah, that's much appreciated. So if you do like that, you did mention PayPal, so a little tip can go a long way. All right, yo, let's keep going. We got a pretty good list going on. I'm going to make sure that everyone gets on. In fact, we're going to head back to the East Coast where it's a little bit later in the night for them than it is for some of us here, Mountain Time and West Coast. Washington, D.C., he's always a bit of a joker himself. So I'm curious to see if he starts off his set as usual with some jokes. If not, he's always got some dope poetry. You already know he's feeling poetastic. It's Ed Poetastic in the house from Washington, D.C. What's up, Ed? How you doing?
Oh, thank you, Richie, for making my night such a delight on this wonderful, wonderful night. Well, you say jokes. I was saying for next week, but what the heck? Let's spit out some jokes for you folks. All right. Here's a joke. What did the doctor says to the other doctor? I need a checkup. No, you need a checkup. Why was Yogi the bear confused? Keppers yelled bear. Yogi yelled, where? Why was the pizza delivery man dumped by his girlfriend? She said his deliveries was too cheesy. Why did the lion live in the garden? He thought he was a dandelion. What game does the bats love to play? Hangman. The turtle and the sloth had a race. Who won? I don't know. It kept going on and on and on. And last but not least, two more. What was the dog's stage name? Hot Dog. And what did Frosty said about his girlfriend? She was cold as ice. It's a real tundra. It's a real tundra at our igloo. All right, hope you like those jokes for you folks. I got 3 poems and another thing. Thank you, Richie. Oh, how much we love you. Hope this isn't being too sappy. Hope our smiles stick to you like glue. All right, thank you. Okay, this one. The first one is called The Long Night. The lights are fading away. The stars are dancing high. The shadows came out to play. The twinkle coming from our eyes. The quiet hugs our ears, the silent thicker than a knife. The shades are near, another chime in nightlife. The colorful strangers yearning for slumber, rubbing their sandy doors, bodies slowly moving like lumber, minds quietly yearning for their beds to restore. The nightly migration has begun. The concrete roads packed full of flashing lights and sounds. The beams were brighter than the sun, the ride of the mindless merry-go-round. The tiny bugs singing miniature notes, the fireflies flashing their radiant glow, the small yet whimsical thunderbolts flying high, nice and slow. The blanket of chilling yet humid air, the smoky fog is everywhere. The sun is sleeping, I'm fully aware. The warming spiral has no warmth to spare or share. The vivid towers have signs of close, the darkness flooding the rooms and halls. No places to eat, I suppose, while the flames remain froze. Many different shadow silhouettes dancing on the walls. Walking with me, myself, and I is this ghostly mind behind me. I see you in the corner of my eye, you copycat who flows fluently as the sea. My night commute has reached an end. I jiggle my wand to open my iron gates. Time to clean and hug my soft, fluffy friends. Turning off my lights, let me dream for goodness sake. Thank you. I got another one. This is called What's in the Box?
What's in the box? What's in the box?
This is called What's in the Box? What's in the box? I don't know. What's in the box? I have no clue. What's in the box? Something long ago? What's in the box? I don't know. You? What's in the box? A little note that says hello. What's in the box? Something old or new. What's in the box? A tiny baby crow. What's in the box? A funny and crazy tattoo. What's in the box? Oh, I know. Oh, no. What's in the box? Maybe a pair of nice shoes. What's in the box? Old lights. Why don't they glow? What's in the box? Is it one or maybe two? What's in the box? This really sucks and blows. What's in the box? A used petite pink tutu. What's in the box? You're not a bright fellow. What's in the box? Flowers red, green, maybe baby blue. What's in the box? Is this something you owe? What's in the box? Can this be crazy? No Gorilla Glue? What's in the box? A picture of small yet grand plateau. What's in the box? A puzzle of boats, ships, or canoes. What's in the box? A crazy broken, untuned banjo. What's in the box? Is it really something you need to pursue? What's in the box? Maybe top secret cargo. What's in the box? Something true, fake, or maybe taboo. What's in the box? Is something to change your point of view. Thank you. I got one more. This is called Crimson Arrow. Woo! It's tearing out my heart when I'm with you. But when we are apart, I feel it too. And no matter what I do, I feel the pain with or without you. I'm here playing a game of drunken roulette. Oh boy, it's quite the shame. Left me a river of regret and debt. I know about that. This is about the lovers. I know you're happy with each other. I know you hit each other with bolts of thunder. But remember, accept and nurture one another. This will make your days more luckier and sunnier. Can't forget about the widowers. I know you miss him or her. Maybe feel the warmth of whispers. They want you to live and not suffer. Remember the frigid winters and warm summers. Keep them alive. You haven't lost your color. Don't stop the buffer. You haven't lost your luster. Can't forget about the singles. Trust me, I know love isn't easy. Sometimes too hard or too breezy. Sometimes your exes are two-faced and sleazy. Sometimes it can feel queasy and squeezy. Love yourself first. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Love is not a word, but an action. Love heals and gives deep satisfaction. Love isn't a needy and greedy transaction. Love is empathetic and sympathetic attraction. Love is a big addition, not a huge subtraction. Love is a soothing and calming fraction. Love is a real interaction, not a careless distraction. Thank you. Woo!
Hell yeah. Thank you,
Hell
Ed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, you got the sunlight coming through your window right now, or what? It's like bright. Bright light. Nice. That's a pretty good use of the light. As always, man, dropping bars.
Maybe it's Randolph the White visiting.
Awesome. So, for the uninitiated, man, how can people get more Ed Poetastic in their lives?
Well, you can come on this wonderful open mic that makes our Monday night such a delight, an array of sunlight or moonlight. But if you want to follow me, please feel free. My Facebook name is Eddie Foreman and my IG is EddieForeman92. And remember, if the mic is right, I'll be there to shine my podcasting insight. If you send me a request, if you take yes, I'll click yes. So I hope everyone stay humble, safe, and blessed, and never stop spewing or singing the wonderful words outside your chest, and never stop looking and feeling your best. And I hope everyone be blessed.
Amen. Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Ed, so much. Glad you can join us once again here at the online mic. Right
Well, Rich, you had a
on.
question. I'm gonna head out pretty
Uh-huh.
soon. Does anyone want to smile for a screenshot photo?
Do a quick screenshot. All right. So
Yeah. So just look straight at your camera and then just yeah.
All right.
Oh, Dion, that's funny. All right, ready? Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, good night to you guys. Good night,
All right.
Good night. Don't
John.
apologize. Good night.
All
Bye.
right. Appreciate you, John. Thanks for coming through. You know, if you got some time, we're here on Mondays. But let's go ahead and keep going, guys. We're going to go from Washington, D.C. Tell you, we're jumping around from coast to coast, and I love doing it because we can just do it just like that. We're going to head over to the Bay Area, and she already got a shout-out earlier today before she made it to the Zoom room. But Fincabulary, always a lot of great events, including poetry games this Thursday with Christopher T. George. Let's go ahead and welcome back to the mic, Finn Bell. What's up, Finn? Good to see you.
Hey, good to see you too. Thanks so much. So today I was hoping to cover somebody who was in the room, but I gave them such short notice. So so I am going to instead, yesterday was Philippine Independence Day. So I would like to instead just do one poem, and it's a cover. And it is Carlos Bulosan. I Want the Wide American Earth. Carlos Bulosan was a Filipino-American writer and activist and laborer. And he wrote, oh my goodness, I can't remember what it is. Oh my God, I forgot. Can't remember. Anyway, poem. I want the wide American earth. Before the brave, before the proud builders and workers, I say, I want the wide American earth, its beautiful rivers and long valleys and fertile plains, its numberless hamlets and expanding towns and towering cities, its limitless frontiers, its probing intelligence for all the free. Free men everywhere in my land. This wide American earth do not wander homeless and are not alone. Friendship is our bread, love our air, and we call each other comrade. Each growing with the other, each a neighbor to the other, boundless in freedom. I say, I want the wide American earth. I say to you, defenders of freedom, builders of peace, I say to you, democratic brothers, comrades of love, their judges lynch us, their police hunt us, their armies and navies and airmen terrorize us, their thugs and stoolies and murderers kill us. They take away bread from our children, they ravage our women, they deny life to our elders. But I say we have the truth on our side. We have the future with us. We are millions everywhere, on sea and oceans and lands, in air, on water, and all over this very earth. We are millions working together. We are building, creating, molding life. We are shaping the shining structures of love. We are everywhere. We are everywhere. We are there when they sentence us to prison for telling the truth. We are there when they conscript us to fight their wars. We are there when they throw us in concentration camps. We are there when they come at dawn with their guns. We are there. We are there, and we say to them, You cannot frighten us with your bombs and deaths. You cannot drive us away from our land with your hate and disease. You cannot starve us with your war programs and your high prices. You cannot command us with your nothing, because you are nothing but nothing. You cannot put us all in your padded jails. You cannot snatch the dawn of life from us. And we say to them, remember, remember, we shall no longer wear rags, eat stale bread, live in darkness. We shall no longer kneel on our knees to your false gods. We shall no longer beg you for a share of life. Remember, remember, oh, remember in the deepest midnight of your fear. We shall emulate the wonder of our women, the ringing laughter of our children, the strength and manhood of our men with a true and honest and powerful love. And we say to them, we are the creators of a flowering race. I say I want the wide American earth. I say to you too, sharer of my delights and thoughts, I say this deathless truth and more, for look, watch, listen. With the stroke of my hand, I open the dawn of a new world. Lift up the beautiful horizon of a new life. All for you, comrade, and my love. See the magnificent towers of our future is afire with truth and growing with the fuel of the heart of my heart, and unfolding and unfolding and flowering in the bright new sun of our world, all for you, comrade, and my wife. See, I cry, I weep with joy, and my tears are the tears of my people. Before the brave, before the proud builders and workers, I say I want the wide American earth for all the free. I want the wide American earth for my people. I want my beautiful land. I want it with my rippling strength and tenderness of love and light and truth for all the free. Thank you.
What a beautiful poem, Bulo-san. Thank you for sharing that tonight. And yeah, appreciate that. So you talked about poetry games on Thursday. What else can we give a shout out to right now? Or how can people follow you online and your great works?
Yes, Thursday, this coming Thursday, happy to have Christopher T. George lead. History and Memory is the name of his poetry games. That's going to be 2 p.m. Pacific on Thursday. Prior to that, I am doing a repeat of my own poetry games that I did, I think back in April. And my pop-up poetry games, which is happening the day prior, on Wednesday around 1:30, I believe, Pacific, is called Indulge Your Senses. And it's a repeat of the first one. So please come join that one. All the information is on Facebook, and I'll post it in the chat as well. Yay.
Awesome. So nice you had to do it twice. Thank you. Finn Bell, everyone.
Twice is nice.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. Well, it's always great having you on, and any links I'll make sure to share on the YouTube chat. Thanks for being on. All right. So yeah, check that stuff out. If you have some free time, you're free, go check that out. Always a lot of fun. All right. We have a couple more peeps tonight, so let's go ahead and get on. We will be coming back to the Bay Area, but first we're going to make a stop in El Paso, Texas, and have another debut and introduce another comic tonight. It's rare we have one even, but now we have two tonight. Let's go and welcome Not So Bearded Tundra. No, he's Bearded Tundra, but as we were talking about pre-show, the beard kind of left the face, but he's still got it. Let's go and welcome him to the show. What's going on, man? How you doing today? Bearded Tundra on the mic. Let's see. There you go. Yeah, there you are. What's up?
Talking and everything. I'm like, man, I'm muted.
There you are.
And that's why I tell my customers, I work from home, so I basically take calls all day. I have to listen to their bullshit. And it's like, I'm telling you the same thing. Like, bro, you haven't paid your bill. That's why your shit is bad to get turned off. Like, I mean, what else can I tell you? You know what I mean? Yeah, but I've actually did open mic. It was, yeah, and you guys can turn on your mics. I don't care. There was like I think it was like 3 years ago. It was snowing in El Paso. It was a bad snowstorm, and man, I tell you, the roads were really bad that night. But I did some stand up there. I mean, I usually like doing it live, but I've never done it over in video, so you guys got to bear with me. I kind of feel safe anyways if I if I tell something and someone doesn't like it, at least I don't have to get slapped like Chris. So I mean, you know, I mean, I'm safeguard. I'm safe. I'm safe on that end. But I mean, I don't really have any contact. I really did. I actually just signed up today and just said I just don't give a fuck. I was gonna come out there and just let someone hear my pain, and whatever I fucking say, I just fucking say. I really don't care. I usually work from home. I feel like I'm a caveman. As you can see with my hairstyle. I haven't actually really had a haircut in over 7 months. The only haircut I just got was shaving my face today. So, I mean, I guess that's an accomplishment. I have some weird things going on here, especially work from home. You know, I have a good view outside, and I don't know how they survive out here in the hot weather, but there's pigeons that are on my windowsill every single morning. They come out every morning, and I feel like I have like a audience watching me, because there's 3 on one side of my window looking in at me, and then there's one just looking directly at me like it's gonna eat my soul. And I'm like, shoot, get the fuck away. And they always come whenever I have food at my desk, because I have my computer station, and for whatever reason, whenever I sit food down here, they always fly to the window, like they want to get my fucking food or some shit. And one day I had left the window accidentally open, and I was letting a breeze come in, and I totally forgot about the pigeons. And I heard and I was like, what the hell is that sound? I look behind me, there's a pigeon inside my room looking at me, and I'm like, shoo, shoo. And it didn't go away, it flew over to me. And I don't know. I had to grab it, and then some more started coming to the window, and it's like a whole bunch of them started coming to, like it was calling out to them or something, like I'm being captured or something. And there was like 5, 6 of them at the window, and I was trying to let them go. They were trying to come in, and I was trying to push them out. And what happened was I had about 4 of them more come in. So I had an interesting day that day. I don't know what the hell I did, but I tried to coax them, but they were like, I don't know how they were sitting on the fucking wall, but like they were looking at me like they wanted to attack me or some shit. And I was like, no, this is not your place. This is my place. Now you get out. So I'm trying to grab each one of them. They're flying around the room, and it's weird because you can hear them flying, and it's a weird sound and everything. I hate pigeons. I hate birds in general. I'm not even from El Paso. Actually, I'm from Atlanta, and on my smoking days when I used to smoke, I was sitting down there at Underground Atlanta, and I had a cigarette lit, and out of nowhere, this bird comes and takes my cigarette and flies away. I'm looking like, did that just happen? So I take out another cigarette, and then another bird came and took my cigarette away from me. Like, are they building their nest out of cigarettes? I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know. I really don't have anything else to say. I should have came prepared, but I didn't. I have a rap song though. Let me just do a fucking rap song. Fuck. Let me see. Okay.
Right on.
Does anyone have a beat? Anybody has a beat or anything like that? If they don't, I don't care.
Oh man, not right now. I wish I did.
All right, so I'm just gonna do a freestyle. Yeah, yo, I fly in like a gorilla on a dragon, burn up the lobby with everyone in it. I make moves, no free throws, just dunks over your head. I work in my peace, so stay in the race. I don't sweat unless I'm laying the lead. I tell her, give me head so I can push ahead. Turn up so high you hear the bass. Every bar around me, see a dead body. This ain't no hit and run. I finish them off, then I run. I put my fist before my guns. I give my enemies so much runs, twist and turn, sneak attack with the rhymes. Get that money before I die. Don't know what to say from the don't rhyme. I gotta finish off one verse. I win, you lose, go home and take the mic. Yo, I put the relevant irrelevance, turn their subject into a predicate. I slit MC's throats and collect their souls like collecting seashells from the seashores. All these mumble rappers, I put them around my neck like they're gold chains. Put some respect in my name. I don't play no games. Come at me with a gun. I turn into John Wick and slaughter everyone in the room. So don't make no move. This ain't no Blues Clues. You got the old news, but I've got the new news. I don't cry unless I want to. Oh, you're crying? Well, here's some tissue. Do we have an issue? Take some pills to calm your pain. What you need? I got Adderall, Zoloft, Vyvanse, or methylphenidate. Take your pick. There's so much to choose from. It's like a candy store, but it's for drugs. Get some water and swallow it now. You might feel weird or feel like a zombie, but that's one of the side effects. I can't stop. I feel like I'm going insane. The Mac doctor for rhymes to only cure us writing it down so that it could disappear and go away. No doctor can figure it out. I ran every time I opened up my mouth. You say you're the man to kill your man with my hand, but think a man killing himself with his own hand. Imagine a rope tied around your neck, climb up on a tree and jump, the rope snaps off around your neck. You try to drink yourself to death, but wake up with a mad headache. The pain is the gain and gain is the power from the pain. I speak true words from experience and experience of past pains, which made me mentally stronger and open up my brain. My wordplay is impeccable, so is my record. I play it on repeat so you can hear it over and over.
Yo, right on, man. Listen to that. Those references, wordplay, puns you got going on there. Love it, love it. Bearded Tundra.
I can bring back something better content. I know that wasn't really funny at all. I'm going to bring back some better content next week. I literally signed up today. I literally signed up around 5 p.m. today, so I didn't really have time to put anything together. So I know,
what, man?
Really funny.
Well, you know what, man? It's going on in the chat right now, but you heard it earlier as well. But just a quick message from the. There you go.
One of us. One of us. One of us.
So you know what that means, man. That means you have to come back next week or when you're ready. And yeah, definitely, you're more than welcome back. That's the community telling you one of us, man. So you got to come back.
I had to leave this out because I know my time zone was up, but Mr. Paretic, he kind of dissed me. I was saying Tundra, so I had to use one of his jokes. He said something something about showing a box and everything. Well, I already showed that to my girl, and she liked what she saw in it. And then John also, man, we could do another Gandalf. You know, I'm Frodo the Ring, and we can go overthrow Shaq with his shakaroni pizza and throw it in the lava. So.
All right, man. like that. It sounds like you got the beginning of some new set there. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming through. I like that. Yeah, I like that. That's how Advocate says it right. You messed up. You messed up. That means you got to come back. It's the one of us chant. Lord of the Rings Day. That'd be pretty cool. I'd be down for that. Some similarian similes. All right. Yo, thank you. Did you have anything, any social media we can connect with you on, or?
I have a YouTube channel, but I don't usually post anything on there. It's been like 5 years since I posted anything on there, but I do reaction videos and I put up gaming posts. I have a Twitter page as well. And if you guys do want to support me, I do have a Cash App, cat 234567. But you know, it is what it is.
Oh yeah, free for to link any of that stuff in the chat, man. Definitely.
All right, for sure. Thank you.
Cool. Alrighty then, man. Yeah, glad having you on. Definitely interested in checking out the YouTube channel. YouTube's kind of interesting. We are live streaming on YouTube after all. So what up, everyone who's still checking us out? We got a couple more peeps. In fact, we had a late minute edition, and it's always great when she can make it on some poesia. We're going back to the Bay Area, and let's welcome Tanish back on the mic. What's up, Tanish?
Hey, how's it going?
All right, it's going great. Good to see you.
Yeah, you too. So I have just 3 shortish ones that are new, and I'll just read them. This one is called A Flame Blooming. My timeless roots thick, unbreakable, but I sprouted unplanted, and I'm unburied umbilical cord and placenta, unable to find earth after a Mayan birth, if I were Mayan. I floated across the planet, trying to find a place to plot and preen my roots. Found light in land soaked in sanguine tragedy. Light overcomes shadow. Sometimes shadow smothers everything, until all you can do is set flame to gasoline, letting it all burn, destruct, just to see again. But then your irises bloom at the beauty of color. Karmic liberation. You are not my God. I am my own artist. And if I ever see your hands again, I'll cut them with a glance before they believe I'm your masterpiece. Not a kintsugi vase, you the artist, shattering my softest parts, breaking, gluing pieces with your own whim. Again and again, I don't go near people anymore. I am also not fragile. This one is untitled so far. Falling in love with yourself means breaking your heart over and over until it gets easier and then you don't. Self-sabotage peels and flakes away, as do people, starting from the middle and the sides deconstruct. Your mind gets vivid and tenderly sharp, thinks in images, all poems, ekphrastic vibrations. You learn ease and self-control. You are love. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, my computer's freezing up a little bit. Those were awesome. New shit. Ekphrastic, great stuff. And as always, you got some repeats in the chat, so that means people really digging those lines. Is there anything you'd like to promote right now? I know you got your Tuesday show. What else you got?
Got a feature this weekend online with Collapse Press. It's a bunch of features. We each get like maybe, I don't know, 7 to 10 minutes, but it's like a lot of people that are cool. And y'all should check it out. It's I can put it in the chat, and also my website is tanishkantos.com. And yeah, thank you.
All right. Yes. Awesome. Thank you, Tanish. And as always, thank you. All right. Cool. So, give me a second. My computer's starting to get a little muddy right here, including my video. But what was that? Did you see that? What was that? Different angle, Dan. Different angle. There you go. All right, let's go ahead and bring up our last. Maybe I'll share something to close the night after he's done. I don't know. I'll look for it. But right now, if you guys have been here, I already mentioned Kit has been here since day one. There's only one other person other than myself who's been here since day one, and you guys already know. If you know, you know. Let's go ahead and bring up to the mic. Let's hear it for Dan the Man. Daniel the Manual. Sorry, that's his proper name. All right, go ahead, Dan. Take it away.
Yeah, that's funny. One of my best friends calls me Daniel the Manual. It's weird. Okay. there's a couple, as you know, we're still on. Oh, thank you, Finn. We're still in the middle of June, almost. And about next Thursday will be my 39th birthday, and I think I'm about to enter a midlife crisis. This is gonna suck. Oh, good luck. What a way, more the yuck or the. If you think I was gonna drop the F bomb, oh crap. All right. So yeah, waste out luck. Okay. And speaking of June, we are still celebrating. What the hell? Ugh, thank you. Come on, come on. We're still celebrating. No, come on, thank you. Okay. We are still celebrating Pride Month as we in lieu of support and honor of the community of the LGBTQ community. And yes, we are still celebrating Pride Month. Yes. And we strong support the LGBT community. Yes. And this month is Pride Month. Okay. Well, and what happened yesterday? Well, it's not only the birthday tribute I did. It happened yet 6 years ago. Well, I was at the time in Orlando, and we were just leaving for the cruise, and that's where the tragedy struck. And that's what happened when. Come on. Yeah, that we'll never forget 6 years ago in Orlando that we've lost more than 50 people. And God rest their souls. But this doesn't make any sense. Why Pride? Why in Pride Month? Why? This doesn't this is sad. It's really bad. And all of us are mad. And hold on. and the tears are still sad. Yeah. And even though, as always, still Orlando strong. Well, Our thoughts and prayers goes out to the family, especially our thoughts and prayers goes out to the LGBT community that affected in Orlando. Always Orlando strong. Nothing. Well, it went wrong before, but it cannot go wrong again. As long we need to heal long. I know we cannot listen to a sad song, but we need something like a healing song, something that won't go wrong again. And keep our heads up high with a healing song and hoping for a justice song. And always Orlando strong. Yeah. So, you know, I've been to Orlando so many times because I had family living there, my sister and her family. And the last time I went was 6 years ago, and that was the time of the tragedy. I never saw it coming. Well, we didn't hear it coming, and then, well, because when sad. So thoughts, prayers with them. Okay. And I know this Sunday is Juneteenth, and especially that same day is Father's Day. And I want to say something. Good. I don't know. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this Sunday's Father's Day. And I also said to my dad, I thank him for his service. I'm so glad he served in the Air Force. And I might add, so I only knew you for 10 years. That was almost near, but glad it was almost a year, 10. So happy Father's Day, Dad. And may I add, I thank you for your service. So glad. Okay. All right. Well, I guess that is it for right now. I know next Thursday is going to be my birthday. I'll think of something what I'm going to say for my birthday, so I'll keep you posted. Oh, speaking of birthdays, just yesterday, late last night, I just uploaded a 37th birthday tribute. Oh, thank you, Nick. And I just uploaded the 12th birthday tribute to oh, thank you, Nick. And I just uploaded okay, I'll show you. Hold on. Before real quick. Oh, come on, hurry up. Sorry.
While you show that, just tell us about your vlog, man. Like, and that way so we can, yeah.
Okay, hold on. Oh, come on. I don't know what the hell is slowing me down. I'm sorry. Okay, hold on. Yep. Okay, this is my 37th birthday tribute to Shane Martinez, the wife of Lizzie. I'm sorry, the husband of Lizzie Martinez. Sorry. yeah, an owner of Sun City Athletic Club. I went there hitting the gym, and thanks to that, I just lost 30 pounds, and I'm still working, and I'm still keeping on going. So, if you guys check out the Sun City Athletic Club, if you guys are in El Paso, please check it out. And tell Lizzie and Shane I sent you. And check out my 37th birthday tribute to Shane Martinez. Okay, there, I said it. All right. Okay, here it is. Weed It and Weep It. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Yeah, I'm behind post on Twitter and Facebook. I do apologize for that, but just find out the rest on my blog on my channel. Just subscribe me on Dan the Man's Weekly on YouTube, and yeah, you can still follow me on Instagram. So, all right, yeah. Okay, all right. Thanks again. Okay, let's go ahead and close it tonight. All right, back to you, Richie. Thanks a lot.
All right, Dan. Thank you. Cool. Got the screenshot. All right, cool. Thank you, Dan. As always, you catch him around town. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and close out the night, I guess. Gotta practice. You know how that joke goes. I was transcribing I was listening to a mixtape from Kyle Tranmere, aka Guante. He has a mixtape that he wrote, a whole album based on Dungeons and Dragons spells. That's pretty cool. It's also incorporate. Damn, I'm gonna mute you. All right, cool. And so it's not written down anywhere, so I actually transcribed it because I thought it's a pretty fun poem. But before that, I'm gonna practice one that I haven't done in a while. It's called Cosmic Love Brew. Let's see. Alrighty, all right. Yeah, Cosmic Love Brew. I haven't performed in a while. Just it's good to practice these every now and then. A new kind of nostalgia is born from that lingering euphoria you swim in when meeting someone like you. It's having the sense to know that between love and lust, I must be a little rusty. I'd slowly forgotten about that gift of agony that's bound up in romance. Naturally, the kind that slowly unwinds minds like playing chess with landmines. I'll admit it. My emotional entanglement began through the enchantment of ocular arsenry, when your words burned as bright as supernova soliloquies, when you told me you loved the sounds that rolled off your tongue. Poetry. A new kind of nostalgia is born when you dwell on that spell of possibility, and quite possibly pronouns become profound when I and I are pronounced as we. 'Cause who we be is free. See, I've been meaning to tell you. I've been meaning to tell you that I like my coffee like I like my women. Strong. Which is never how I'd like to start off any sentence. But I've come to understand that the sentence can be a lonely place just like this is. It's the kind of thing that leads people to say a lot of stupid, misguided things, but the heart, it sings. And then you told me you'll love the way I express myself. Very poetic. The very incantations to send sensations of palpitations to permeate the bone and find a new home in these vocal vibrations. Makes me sing all day, all night, all day, all night. I dream of you. See, I've got the kung fu hustle and the butterfly breeze as a symptom of that thing that makes us weak in the knees. Like proof rock, I'm paralyzed, purely dumbstruck, and just my luck, I'm lost in your eyes. See, I'm See, my cosmically concussed consciousness occurs in the plight of pithy percussions, the repercussions of deflected discussions reaped, wrought, and simply sought to be wrought. These simple words use caution, because to love is to be vulnerable. And damn it, we have been vulnerable. But that is not to say we would not, with winged words, fly straight into the sun a million times to give it a kiss, like fire, like ice, when it's nice, like this, before our complete and utter destruction from the reality of a 10,000 degree PDA. What can I say? 'Cause I would. See, I'm primitive, like human language, wandering aimlessly, to be famously torn asunder in both chaotic bliss and cosmic wonder. It's no wonder that makes the shortest distance between us a glance and a smile. See, I dig your style, but I'm loving your intelligence. In a sense, I'm intense when I flirt with fate. I'll orchestrate straight up sense into meandering mumbles that fumble and spread out like broken love songs built across the Milky Way. Nothing to cry over. See, your eyes will be the coffee that keep me up at night. All right. See, I'm restless. See, I'm restless in the senses, in which I may dream about the nights when we someday stay up late and percolate as we speculate on new stories for the stars, as we slowly learn to call them ours. And if we may become full after dining on poetry like fine wine, you can rest your head on my chest and hear my theme music. I want to know what makes you tick tock, tick tock. So I spoke with the hope of a dope, with smoke and mirrors. Leave the rest left to error, to the terror when I attempt to recreate the thunder in your glance, and just by chance be a part of the spark that ignites your smile. See, I want to unravel the universe in your unique verse. It's what you do, you inspire. Light fire in my Promethean heart. See, a new kind of nostalgia is born when meeting someone like you. All right, that's a little longer one. I don't read it because it feels a little long, but that's Cosmic Love Brew. Last one from me, and then we'll end the night. Like I said, I just transcribed this one from kind of playing a song over and over again, and it's Guante. This one's called Mage's Disjunction, and I just really love the theme. The music's really cool for it. If you do, it's from a mixtape called Dungeons, but here we go. This is Mage's Disjunction. The pen will not move, no matter how hard I concentrate, how laser precise my focus. It just sits there on the kitchen table. It should be such a simple thing to move this tiny object with the vastness of my spirit, to simply lift it up a half inch to engulf it in flames, but nothing. Can you blame me for trying, though? I'm 10 years old, and the mythology I've been fed since birth, folk tales and fairy tales, movies and TV shows, comic books and video games, so much of it is built around this reveal. Guess what? You're a wizard. Guess what? You're a Jedi, or a mutant, or the half-blood child of a god. And Michael, we are none of these things. We are extras. We are muggles, flat scans, NPCs. The only difference between us is 2 years and 50 pounds. You, predator, me, prey. And when we meet after school tomorrow, like we do every day, no fireball will burst from my fingertips. No mind control will convince you to just leave me alone. We are taught so early to believe that pen on the table will move if I am pure of heart, if I have a righteous cause, if I just try hard enough. That bully after school will lose. There will be a moment of reckoning when he finds out I am the chosen one, when he witnesses me saving the world from these interdimensional biomechanical demon monsters. Michael, thank you for every slap back to reality, for every insult.
Richie, did you mute yourself?
No, man. I'm in the. Can you guys not hear me?
Richie, I don't think we can hear
We
you.
can hear you just fine.
We can hear you just fine. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Dan.
Dan, reset your computer.
I'm gonna mute you. Dang it! I'm gonna have to read this one another day without the interruption. Thank you for that slap back to reality, for every insult, for every public embarrassment. Thank you for my preteen cynicism. Thank you for my disillusionment. Because what is disillusionment but the absence of illusion? This is the magic of getting your hands dirty, the poetry of the sucker punch. This is understanding that we do not have the luxury of waiting to be saved. This is the realization that there is no superpower greater than solidarity, community, courage, that we don't have spells, but we do have songs. Thank you for this magic you taught me. To this day, the only magic I have to offer, the alchemy of suffering, the transmutation of pain into progress, the magic of the ripple effect, how a voice does not have to move mountains to move people, how it is not about the source of the fire, it is about how brightly it burns, how the magic is not whether I pick up that pen with my mind or with my hand, the magic is what I write with it. Thank you for showing me that it is possible for the innocent to lose, that there is no such thing as destiny, that none of us are chosen, how there is evil in this world that would make dragons cower in their caves, how it is up to us who are not special, who have nothing to offer but the thread binding our storybook bodies together to keep fighting. Thank you for my first failure, my first revelation, for the first song I ever wrote, the buried treasure in all this rubble, the magic still burning when all faith has fled. All right, so that is Mage's Disjunction based off of a Dungeons and Dragons spell, Guante. But yeah, that was interesting. I don't know why that did not happen. But yeah, as always, if you missed it, you can go catch the whole show on YouTube. It is right there, as it is every week. If you tune in towards the end of the week, you might be able to catch some timestamps that Kit has provided. But as always, it is time to go ahead and say goodnight. We will be back next week. Again, if you haven't already, you know what, I need to get back onto this, but we are trying to grow this YouTube channel. So if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. Let us know who you loved, and if you want to hang out with us, we're going to be on Zoom for a little bit, hanging out, chatting. And so if you know how to find your way here, you're more than welcome to join us. Those of you know. All right, but for another online mic, I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight to the live stream. Peace. Be quick about it. Yeah. Later, guys.